Adrian, and today I'm not in my bedroom, I'm in the living room. So, we're going to be doing another horror story. Or not horror story, but another, you know what I mean. If y'all watch my other one called Lydia the Phantom Hitchhiker, y'all know what I'm talking about. So, we're going to go ahead and be doing another one of those. I'm trying to see if it down right quick. Okay, so basically what this one's going to be about is the ghost of the Hollywood sign. And I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but if you guys have, it's just going to be like another video or something y'all can listen to. But we're going to go ahead and type in ghost of the Hollywood sign. Okay, and we found it. I'm gonna insert a picture of her somewhere on the screen, so that you guys can see what she looks like. Okay. As a promising actress, Peg Entwistle gained only moderate fame, but her ghost has become the stuff of the Hollywood legend. So basically, this is gonna be about a lady who, I'm not gonna spoil it, never mind. Okay, on the night of September 18th, 1932, actress Peg Entwistle made her way up to the steep slope of Mount Lee in the Los Angeles to the site of the famous Hollywood sign. And back then, it was spelled out Hollywood Land instead of just the plain old Hollywood. So they never spelt it Hollywood. They took off the land, I believe, in 19. I have to look that up because when did they take it off? But they took the Hollywood. I want to look that up now. Okay, so they changed it in 1949 just to plain Hollywood, and it has stayed there ever since. Okay. So, born in 1908 in Port Talbot, Wales, UK, Millicent Lillian Entwistle, nicknamed Peg, saw more than her share of tragedy. She was just a child when her mother died unexpectedly. After she moved with her father to New York City, a few years later, he was struck down and hit by a hit and run on a Park Avenue and killed. So both of her parents died when she was at a young age. She wasn't a teenager, but she was at a very young age when both of her parents died. In her later teens, Peg began to pursue an acting career on the stage and was talented enough to win roles at the Boston Repertory Company and on Broadway in the renowned Theater Guild Productions. At age 19, she married actor Robert Keith, only to discover that she had been married previously and had a 6-year-old son. They divorced. Okay, so she got married when she was age 19 years old, and I guess her husband, well, he didn't really cheat on her because he didn't know her at the time, but she found out that he was married and he had another kid with another lady, so as you can imagine, they got divorced. Peg was able to find stage work in productions featuring such stars as Dorothy Gish and Lorette Taylor, but was already battling the demons of depression. So she was depressed because both of her parents had died at a very young when she was a very young age, and then her husband had another child, so she was kind of sad and stuff. But yeah. Nevertheless, she set her sights on Hollywood and moved to Los Angeles in 1932 in hopes of playing a role in motion pictures. So I guess to like solve her depression, or she thought she was going to solve her depression, she went ahead and she tried to get an acting career to like kind of take her mind off of it, I guess. So yeah. At first, she found work on the stage, but then it seemed destiny had already changed when RKO signed to appear in the film 13 Women, starring Irene Dunne. When previews of the film received poor reviews, the studio re-edited and much of Peg's part was left on the editing floor. RKO subsequently dropped the options on her contract. And on the night of September 1932, after about a heavy drinking fueled by her depression and despair, 24-year-old Peg Entwistle told her uncle, with whom she was living, that she was going to meet some friends at the local drugstore. Instead, she made her way to the Hollywood sign and met her fate. So, I was wondering like who she lived with when her parents died. So I guess her uncle kind of took her in, and she told him that she was going to meet some friends at like a drugstore to like meet up and talk. But I guess she was still kind of depressed, so she went ahead and made her way to the Hollywood sign and jumped off of the top and died. Peg's ghost. Sometimes sad lives that end in tragic deaths later manifest as ghosts. They haunt the location where they enjoyed the life or where they died. So I've heard about this before, and like ghosts who die in a tragic death, say in like a car accident, they were murdered, they were like shot or something. I guess that's like the Lydia situation. I thought that was my phone, but the Lydia situation, she died in a car accident, and ghosts who die in tragic stuff, they don't know that they're actually gone because it happens like so fast that they don't know that they're actually dead. So they stay here on this earth and try to like continue their lives like nothing happened. So Peg, I guess she didn't know that she had committed suicide, or that she knew, but she didn't know that she was dead. So she just continued to live on this earth and try to, continue on her life. Okay, in the case of Peg Entwistle, her spirit apparently still roams the hill around the sign that symbolized her dream. So here are some stories that people have seen Peg's ghost. Okay. The Hollywood sign stands up atop Mount Lee in Griffith Park, just west of the Los Angeles suburb in Glendale. So I'm reading about this now, and we just went to California. Well, we didn't just go, but we went to California about 3 years ago, and we saw the Hollywood sign. And thank goodness we did not see a lady we did not see a ghost, because, who knows how that would have gone. So, she is described as looking sad, and when she is approached, she vanishes. I don't know how to talk today. So, luckily, she's a good ghost. She's nice. She doesn't really hurt anybody, I don't think. It doesn't say that she's been known as hurting people. But it's not a very good idea to approach her, because she's just going to vanish, or you won't really get to see a picture of her or anything. As a couple was walking their dog along the beach canyon trail of the park, their dog began to behave strangely, whimpering and cowering behind them. Suddenly, a woman out of date clothing appeared on the trail in front of them. Appearing dazed or confused, she vanished before their eyes. So I don't know if you guys have heard, but dogs can apparently see ghosts, or they can see things that we can't. Now, my dog is in the other room. He acts strange. Like, he'll just go sit in one spot and just stare somewhere. And then just, he'll sit there for, minutes, maybe 30 minutes, just sit there and then just staring, just like this. And nothing's even there. Nothing is there at all. Nothing is there. And right now he's in my parents' room. I don't know why he won't. He's just not coming out today. I don't know why, but yeah. So that was. We're gonna do one more. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna do one more story of them. Most recently, 4 friends encountered the ghost and the story that was featured on Sci-Fi's Paranormal Witness. The friends Tina, Alan, Brian, and Al, after a game at Dodger Stadium, decided to go touch the famous Hollywood sign. Although the area is off limits to trespassers, they jumped the fence and headed up. On their way back down, Brian slipped and fell partway down the hill. As he began to make his way back towards the others, he saw someone on the path walking toward him. It was a woman wearing a dress similar to the style of 1930s. According to the Sci-Fi story, she wore heels and a veil over her face. She walked effortlessly up the hill. Her footsteps made no sound. It was only later that they read about the story of Peg Entwistle. So there are 2 odds and okay, yeah. Okay. Oh, here's one that's very, very, very creepy and scary and so okay, so here's one that I've heard that is very weird and coincidental and okay. Very soon after Peg Entwistle's death, a letter arrived at her house from the Hollywood Playhouse offering her a part in a play. The role was of a woman who committed suicide. So at this time nobody had heard about Peg's death, but the Hollywood people, they sent her like a role to play of a woman who committed suicide, and she committed suicide herself, but nobody knew about this. So that's kind of creepy to me. But I just can't. I can't. That's just creepy. I just can't. There's a picture of her right here, but like I said, I'm gonna try to insert one. I might have already done it, but I don't know. But if I can't insert that picture, just in case, here's a picture of how she looks. That was Peg Entwistle, and that was how they spelled Hollywood. Before they changed it to just Hollywood. So yeah. Sorry guys, my thing just quit recording for a little bit, so I had to like start it back up. But yeah, that's how she looked, and that's how they spelled Hollywood. So this story kind of creeped me out a little bit, and yeah. Later on today, I might do another video of a horror story. I don't know for sure. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I did not. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I love you. Bye.